My newest book, Honest Bonds to the Human Plague, is now available for purchase on Amazon. Links to it and the rest of the series can be found in the description below. Dino guys, it's me, Sergeant Bro. What is up? Welcome back to East 9 Monstrum Nox. Last time we were here, we discovered the shocking truth that everyone, including Addo, were homunculus, and Addo spoke. Fancy that. This time, we're back on side quest duty, aren't we? Got a lot to do. Because we're in the final chapter, the home stretch. Don't know how many parts we got left, but we've got some stuff to do. And first off, let's start with Sapphire.
Well met, Rusty! So this is your secret fortification, huh? Why didn't you tell me about this place before? Thanks for busting me out of prison, by the way. I wouldn't be here if you hadn't.
I'm glad to see you again.
That's what I said! I heard about what happened, but are you really the self-same Rusty? If you are, then I've got no qualms of working together with you. And there's a little matter of my personal mission I need to carry out. Maybe I'll tell you all about it one day. Very well, Rusty!
Yay! Sapphire will now assist the Grimoire Nox. Okay. Hey. Oh yeah, that's white. That's white? Oh, forgot I unequipped that. Okay.
Now I'm fast as fuck, boy!
We did the heart-to-hearts. Let's check the bulletin board. This is required. His father's son. A while ago, I spotted someone in town who looked just like my missing husband. Can I ask someone to find them for me? I just can't stop thinking about it. If interested, please stop by. There are residents in the Noble District. Okay. Wreath restoration. Every year, we commemorate the Victory Day festivities by placing wreaths in the cenotaph in the cemetery. This year's wreath seems to have been broken, however. Could you gather some materials for us to repair them? And final dispossession. Some of that just looks weird. Oh well. I'd like for you to dispose of the legacy Master Shadowlord had left behind. Ashante for details. Oh, that's Marius. I thought that was fucking Margot for a second then. So all of these are required. Oh, I fucking love that. I love this music. This is great. Have I 80%? What? Oh yeah, that. Did I check parks with the map progression? I don't think I have. Where is he? Where's the bugger? Where's the? Okay, first up, you.
You buying or not? I see. Looking to cut a deal. You saw nothing.
Okay. Right. Where the hell could parks be? Motherfucker ditched us. Anyway, Shantae, my friend. Ah, good day, everyone. Have you given the bulletin board a once-over recently? Yes, do you mean the request talking about Shadowlord's legacy? Legacy? What do you mean? You might find that answer in this letter I received from the client. Wait, who was the letter addressed to? To the Dandelion, my dear. Though, I do reserve a modicum of skepticism. But I suppose you could decide for yourself. Shantae handed you the letter. You read it. Dear Monstrum Duke, firstly, thank you for considering my single humble proposal. The Master and Commander left behind a legacy, the homunculi of exceptional individuals. I simply ask that you eliminate them. Their existence would inevitably disrupt the order in this world. You should understand. I have faith your judgment will be just. They just want us to destroy all of the homunculi? Who said this? It's anonymous. But one thing's for sure, they know way too much. Who could it be? People who know too much. Dad comes to mind. But it doesn't add up. It could be any of the hieroglyph knights currently in captivity of the Roman garrison. Otherwise, I do not suspect anyone else. Addo, darling, it's up for you to decide. If you do decide to follow through with it, be careful. It'll most certainly be dangerous. We will. Thanks, Shantae. We're never finding out who it is unless we take a look.
I don't really care who it is, but you'd all be mincemeat without me.
Yeah, sure, whatever, Credo. Okay.
Forwards!
By the way, I did more audio tweaking for this, so hopefully it's all sounding good and mixed. Wow, the streets are getting pretty busy. We will surely be far busier once the night market opens up. Man, if only this wasn't happening, then we can go enjoy ourselves. It would appear the Roman garrison is keeping watch over the city.
And I doubt the knights will pull anything big while the soldiers are in command.
Well, it is what it is, given all that's occurred. You never guessed the ultimate Grimwald Nox was on its way looking at all this. Yeah, you said it. We mustn't let our guard down. Stay mindful of the Lemiris. Now, I believe... Did I already check your shop?
Welcome, welcome, and a happy Victory Day Festival to you! In honor of this blessed day, I've got some extra special dishes for sale. And you know the recipe too. Try making it for yourself if you like.
Oh yeah, we got the last... That's the last dish.
Everything's a good choice.
The Victory Day platter.
Come again soon.
Fuck you, I'm gonna have Shantae make it. I want his cooking, not yours. Shantae. Give me my dish. I don't know, kid.
Hey, Adol. What'll it be?
Okay, red meat. Red meat, white meat,
Find
potato, and
something, don't be a stranger.
cheese. Red meat, white meat, potato, and cheese. Where is Silhouette?
Yes. Any errands you'd like me to run?
Red meat,
Here you are.
white meat,
Here you are.
cheese,
As you wish.
and potato.
As you anything else, stay safe out there.
Oh, just average customer. Okay.
Hey, Adol. What'll it be?
I can only make two. Son of a bitch.
Thanks a bunch. Anything else? Don't be a stranger.
Okay. Alright. So that's the last dish, which I'm gonna make a beeline towards the... How many landmarks have I got left? One more landmark, and I can complete that.
Let's keep this short.
So I'm gonna have to redouble check the shops to make sure, like, if there's any gifts I'm missing. Because you do have, like, Xavier and Maxim part of the thing now. It did that. I just took care of that.
There they are.
For fuck's sake. Lady, can you stop? Can you stop being sad? You're summoning Lemiris.
Are you looking for something? Need him again, okay?
Look.
Oh god, frame dips. Man, look at all these frame dips. This must be 30 frames per second. Okay. There you go. Make sure to heal up.
Old Duke doesn't get much better than this. Watch where you're going.
I carry only the... Come back soon.
Please, looking friend, hope to see you again soon.
Ain't getting away from...
Okay. You guys got that right? Yeah, you got that.
Need something? Early bird gets the worm.
So these are the last ones we can get.
Great. Here you are.
Can't wait to try it out.
Great. Here you
For
are.
me? Are you sure?
Giving this to
Thank you
me?
very much.
Thanks. Great.
Me?
Here you are.
Why, thank you.
Great. Here you are.
I should be able to make use
Fucking hell, that nearly bankrupted me.
Still need something? Just got some good stuff in.
And that's 10 grand a pop and all. Good lord.
Where are you going? What is it? Great. Thanks.
Fucking hell, this pricey bastard you are, hey. Oh, you need Soul Sparta up. Oh god, that's even more expensive. Hey, so how's it going, mate?
Early bird gets the worm.
I do need armor though.
Thanks.
Can't wait to try it out.
Now I'm broke.
Still need something? Come back if you get the chance. Hey there.
No.
Alrighty then.
Quit.
Need something? What is it? Great. Alrighty then.
Let's send them packing. I don't know how lucky that was.
Whoa! Where the hell did you come from? I think all of the Victory Day, like decorations, because I do remember, like, with the whole Victory Day stuff, it does affect the frame rate more. Not by a lot, but, you know, it's clearly running 30 frames per second, man. It's unplayable, I swear. What do you got to say about Victory Day? Phew, just about the whole town's been excited about the Victory Day festival. I'm winning to bet it's no day off for you guys. No time to rest with the city to take by storm, huh, Monstrums? Hey, you're doing good things, kid.
Look who's here.
I love you just made that last bit single digit. Actually, I did. It's 10 frames per second. The way I did it, and I'm quite proud of it. I learned how to do custom frame rates for Vegas. You could basically set custom frame rates. You can render in custom frame rates as well. So I recorded Odyssey. I just rendered it. I did a 30 FPS render and a 10 FPS render, and I just went, yep, that'll do. That's basically how they describe 30 frames per second, you know? This is the 13th alms you've donated to the church. I know you cursed us with bad luck because, you know, unlucky 13, but whatever. We've never once seen travelers as generous as you. The church would like to offer you this item in restitution for your generosity.
Please, take this.
Rubric! Another sacramental. Yes. On behalf of those who were nourished by your kindness, thank you, travelers. As you have given us more than we require, we no longer accept additional alms. Your gestures will be recognized by our Lord and Savior. May he bless you, may the hieroglyph bestow fortunes upon you. Sweet. But yeah, like that whole frame rate stuff, I am proud of it. It really does annoy me that we live in a world that 30 FPS is unplayable. Like, bitch, most of you fucks, including me, grew up with games around you, Zach, you grew up with 30 FPS. I grew up with 25 frames per second. You grew up with 60? Nah, I grew up with 50. Last night's occupation, the garrison has been taking over our guard patrols. Never could I have predicted such an underhanded plot from the master of all. No. Excuses won't make amends. It's on us for not noticing sooner.
Those Romans soldiers are hard at work.
I hear the divides crept up among the Hieroglyph Knights, but no matter the quarrel, their love for this city is the one thing they can all agree on. Hopefully they'll be able to regain their footing sooner rather than later.
Over here's everything's gonna come again soon.
But yeah, I just like people still bitching about frame rates. It's like, really? I still don't see the difference between 60 FPS and 120 FPS. Genuinely, I don't want to be framist, but they look the fucking same. Like, the gameplay looks exactly the same. I do not see a difference. Like, I can see the difference between 30 and 60. That's like whatever. Like, it's not a bad difference. It's just, oh, 60 looks nicer.
Need something? What do you need? See ya.
But like 120 frames per second. People who like complain that games start 120. What am I missing? Oh, wait a minute, I forgot that the N64 ran lower than 30 FPS, but even still... No. I wasn't just referring to the Nintendo 64. I mean... PAL region. Up until... Because PAL runs a 50 Hz electric. I believe we still do. But because of that, like, there was a different, like, power distribution. America ran at 60 Hz, and so you got 60 frames per second. Our stuff ran slower, so the games ran slower. So, like, you know, Mega Drive 64, PlayStation 2. Like, it wasn't up until the 360 that it just didn't become an issue anymore. So, like, you know, if a game ran at 30, it ran at 25 over here. And like the thing is, the worst part about it is that back in the day, in the 90s, most companies just didn't optimize their games, because like it was just a case of just putting the chips into a new cartridge. No, you had to basically redo the game to optimize it for the different power. Otherwise, things will sound different. Zach, have a listen and listen up to Sonic the Hedgehog soundtrack, Sonic 1, PAL version. It will sound slower, and don't click on anything by Silver Gunner. But I mean, like actual, so someone has done the PAL versions of the tracks, and that is genuinely what we had. Like that, like that's what our games sounded like back then. It's not a different sound chip, but like things were at different speeds. Like, no joke, the original Super Mario Brothers on the NES, on a British NES, the music was about as fast as the running out of time music. So you can imagine when we're at the running out of time segment, it's even fucking faster. I shit you not. Just grinding the berries while I go shop to shop. So it sounds like the power version of Sonic 1 and Sonic Generation. No, definitely not. That is a Genesis port of Generations. That is. Like it is. Trust me. Like I would know it ain't that. The Sonic 1 in Sonic Generations, I think that's just a bad emulation of the game they have, because like it's like it's definitely weird compared to the other versions of Sonic 1 I played.
Hey, I carry only the best. Come back soon.
But it definitely ain't PAL.
Come on, everything's a good choice. Come again soon.
Because nowadays the whole Hertz thing really isn't an issue anymore. Like, you know, you could easily just get compromises, you know, to make it a non-issue. Oh, hell yeah. Leaves. The Series X version of Generations has Sonic 1 running even slower. No, really? How? How did they fuck that up? Is it poor optimization on Microsoft's end, or is it a bad transfer over on Sega's end? Well, then again, I don't think we need to worry about that, because Sonic Shadow Generations is gonna fix all our issues. Wow, I didn't think that was like be an issue though.
Take your how may I be of assistance? Nope. Have a wonderful day.
Oh, Carla, are you back to work already? Of course, I was not injured in the prison, and I have much to catch up on. The Pedestal Company has been tasked with coordinating this year's Victory Day Festival. We will be in dire straits if my efforts vain. Ha, I guess there's nothing you can do about that. By the way, Lucian came by earlier to apologize on behalf of the Knights, and Warden Belga and the Governor Generals are now working towards a peaceful resolution. In the recent events, these recent events could have easily tuned out far worse than what they did. It has turned out, but I can't read for shit. But at the city of Boldu goes the Monstrum's a great debt. Maybe so. But yeah, I didn't know like Generations ran the Sonic 1 port ran worse on the much better. That's a bit of a headache. See, I managed to get us a real quality meal Victory Day Festival. A little time and elbow grease and voila, smoked meat at the highest degree. It'll cost you a pretty coin or two, sure, but give it a try, you won't regret it.
Early bird gets the worm. Looks like you've got an eye for quality. Alrighty then.
That's why it's important to recheck the shops, because goddamn, they have the things you need for the gifts. God, I wonder if 10 is gonna bring back the gift system.
Well, yes. Don't come again, okay?
Pulling fuck-ups are fun. Yeah, going back to the whole frame rate thing. I genuinely like it's fine. Like 30 FPS is completely fine. If a game is locked at 30, that's fine.
How's it go? I carry come back soon.
Like the only time I have an issue, and I did explain on Twitter, but you know, just for the people who don't follow me on Twitter, the only time I have an issue is when it's constantly flipping between 30 and 60. Like, you know, so it's like
Hope to see you again soon.
Come
on in.
because it's more noticeable that way, you know what I mean?
Enjoy at the festival.
Well, come back soon, you hear?
Alright, the same 5 lines, Jesus Christ. Wait, you are the side quest, aren't you? Yes.
Oh, hello there. You must be here because you received my request.
How delightful. Thank you all so much. You said the wreaths for the Cenopath were at the cemetery were damaged, right? I understand that you're planning on providing replacements for them?
Allow me to explain. In honor of the Victory Day Festival, wreaths are hung up in the Cenopath in the cemetery. When the festival concludes, the wreaths are stored by the Trading Bureau. This year, too many things were stacked on the wooden box and the wreaths were kept in. The box was crushed and the wreaths inside were damaged.
Oh no, poor wreaths!
Chalk it up to piss poor warehouse management. I accept full responsibility for this mishap.
The tradition started to remember Saint Rosvita's heroic feats during the war. It's been around ever since the church declared her as a saint.
And that's why it's so crucial that it isn't cancelled this year. This shop is acclaimed to its repair, so I came here seeking help.
In our line of business, we fix many an old relic like ourselves, for instance.
I am humbled that you entrust our little shop with such an important undertaking. They're broken, but they're not beyond repair. Their foundations are still intact, thankfully. But it will take time, more than what we have, to fetch the materials.
Oh, and we'll need fresh flowers for the wreaths. They aren't easy to come by.
I see. I understand your situation. If this is to honor Rosvita, then this is my responsibility as well. Perhaps we could assume this task of procuring the materials, Adol. Yeah, let's get the materials.
Yeah.
My, such wonderful boys and girls.
That would help us immensely, thank you all very much. There are 2 materials we need to complete the memorial wreaths. The first of them are white ribbons to decorate the wreaths with. The tailor in the main square should carry them.
The main square sounds easy enough.
And the other is memorial flowers. They can be found growing all over Balduc. However, it's tradition to decorate the wreaths with the most beautiful snowy white flowers. At this time of year, such flowers bloom on the Seal Canyon Trail.
I've heard about this. In a canyon where the sun shines, blooms pure white flowers that glimmer like snow. It's a very rare trait, even for this species. We've been to the Seal Canyon Trail before, so it won't be too hard to look. Alright, field trip. I've always wanted to go flower picking.
I apologize for asking this of you all. We'll get the wreaths ready to attach to the decorations. The canyon is a treacherous place. Do look out for each other there.
Oh, welcome. Thank you for stopping by. Always a pleasure.
God, I got a lot to sell. Oh, okay, no, I don't have a lot to sell. Just some things to sell.
Change your mind. Thank you for stopping by.
It just seems like they think... oh, sorry. I've heard some frame rate snobs be like, the frame rate makes the experience in the most hyperbolic way possible. It just seems like they think every game needs to be 60 or 120 when really not every game does. Sometimes 30 works better for certain games, like with RPGs or action-adventure games. Yeah, it's literally... It's not an end-of-the-world thing if a game can't reach a certain frame rate. And, like, at the end of the day, when has...
Whoa, watch it.
For some reason I thought she was wearing cat ears, but I just... Anyway. It's like, why are we regressing back to the days of frame rate purity, you know? Like, I remember when this was a big thing of, like, you know, this game ran 60 on 360. We're better than the PS3. Like, fucking hell, we really are regressing, aren't we? And it's not even like,
Hello, are you looking? Oh, come again.
people can make the argument that, like, oh, you're only familiar, you're only used to it because, you know, you're a Nintendo fan. It's like, all right, if that makes me more accepting of frame rates, then sure. You know, pardon me for actually caring about the game over the frame rate. I mean, I can understand the viewpoint sometimes, though. Like, you know, if I look at a game, like, say, for example, Kingdom Hearts, right? If Kingdom Hearts didn't get cloud ported to Switch, and for some reason it was locked to a 30 frame count, I mean, like, really? Like, that's the game locked at 30? Like, you sure you can't make that run 60? Like, I'd be a bit like, what the fuck? But, you know, like, if it's like a high-end game and it's like, oh yeah, the current console is not powerful enough for this to be running at a smooth 60, so we're locking it to 30 frames per second. Okay. East 10 is currently locked at 30 frames per second. All right, cool. East 10's coming to Switch though. Awesome.
There's much to enjoy at the festival.
I think it does just boil down to, like, people, like, you know, they want their purchases of their systems to feel validated. You know, like I spent £500 on this brand new console
So, you know, because it's so powerful. It's more powerful than my other console that I got 10 years ago. So I hope to God it runs well. You know, I spent thousands on this RTX 4090, and it can play any game on the highest graphical settings. And you know, this game can't run 60 on my high graphical cards. Oh no, my purchase. The whole Nintendo fan card just further proves your point that the frame rate stuff really isn't that big of a deal. Yeah, because, like, you know, it's like, you know, like, fucking, it also does kind of, like, show, like, the way gamers really are. You know, it's like, you know, Xbox fans, PlayStation fans, oh my god, this game can't run 60, what the fuck? Meanwhile, Nintendo fans, oh wow, I'm enjoying the game! What a shocker. Alright, that's for the wreath restoration, so that's for... Alright, there's wreath restoration, okay. Let's get wreath restoration done now, actually. So let's move here. The start, so then we could just leave. Power is overrated anyways. Like, to me, it just feels like we are slowly going back to the console wars of like the PS3 and Xbox 360, you know? Yeah, just like one of those, why are we caring about this? You know what I mean? Like, is it really so much to just enjoy the game anymore? Wow, get a look at those! Sunlit Canyon, pure white bloom, snowy shimmer, checks all the boxes. No doubt about it, these are the flowers used in the memorial wreaths. How curious. Here they bloom especially brilliantly compared to the others of their kind. The spot likely meets its optimal growing conditions in terms of climate and terrain. Awfully convenient for them to bloom just in time for the festival, though. Let's try not to take any more than we need, okay? All that remains is to acquire the white ribbon as requested. Let us head for the tailoring shop situated in the main square. It's been that way for a while, unfortunately. Yeah, I know. It's just... just annoying. Remember back in the day when we can enjoy a game? You know, have fun. Kind of the point why we do, why we play games for fun. Welcome, welcome! Looking for something extra festive to wear today? You told Giselle you need some white ribbon for the memorial wreaths. Oof, the wreaths, Rook? That's tough. I happen to have some overstock, so no need to pay for it. Wait just a sec, Kay? Oh, how convenient. Thank you so much. You are a lifesaver, metaphorically speaking. Don't mention it. Honoring those lost in the 100 Years' War is an important tradition. Glea's foundations are built on their deeds, after all. It's the least we can do. Kinda spooky they broke on Victory Day, though. Let's hope it isn't a bad omen. Well, this chick knew about the Osmond Grimoire Nox coming up. Not to mention Zola running about. There's definitely a feeling of dread in the air. We better fix up these wreaths if you want to start driving it all away. Indeed. Everything okay? Those looks like you guys could fray a finished seam. Oh no, we're just talking amongst ourselves. Thanks for the help. With that, we have now gathered all the necessary materials for the memorial wreaths. Let us return to the antique shop and have Rodario and Melissa put them together. Fun is underrated. Who needs fun? Ah, you brought the ribbons and the flowers for the wreaths.
These are just the flowers we need. You have our thanks. With these, we can now fix the wreaths. I'm just happy we could help.
Now then, we have work to do. It'll be just a moment. You may stay as well, Dale. Thanks, you're all lifesavers.
Rodero and Melissa got to work right away. Once the wreaths were completed, they went to the cemetery together.
Wow, those wreaths really ended up coming together.
Not that I expect any less from you, Mr. and Mrs. Rindle.
Now we hardly did a thing. Though I think I speak for all of us when I say these wreaths outshine the previous ones.
We have the beautiful flowers and ribbons you collected to thank for that. And now the souls of the saint and those lost in the war can rest in peace another year. I'm just glad we could help. Meh.
Actually, knowing Aprilis gives all of this a bit of a funny feeling.
Indeed, but at the same time, a certain sense of accomplishment as well. You could say that again.
Thanks to your help, Mr. and Mrs. Rindle, and thanks to all of you as well. We'll make sure to take extra care of these. We don't want to put all your work to waste.
Ow. Thank you for going through the trouble of collecting everything for us. We'll just be going back into the shop now.
Yes, we do have a little side project to be completing. Now then, I hope you all enjoy the Victory Day festivities.
Oh, same to you. Side project, huh? That piqued my interest.
Upon deliberation, they did mention having a few materials for the wreaths left over.
Well, I couldn't have to go in and sneak a peek, right?
A most favorable outcome.
Alright, what happens if I go and sneak a peek? Where'd they go?
How about this one?
Oh, Rodario, that one simply won't do. I think girls these days prefer frills like this one has.
Oh, for crying out loud, Melissa. You don't like any of the ones I pick. Maybe this would be easier if you just picked it yourself.
I do have my opinions, but I could never decide all on my own.
Oh my, what a pleasant surprise if it isn't Krisha and her friends. Wait just a moment, dears. I'll go prepare a pot of tea. Oh, you didn't have to do that. We were just in the area, so we thought we'd say hello. Oh, you'll have to excuse us, dear. We are a tad preoccupied. To be precise, I wanted to make Anemona new clothes out of the leftover ribbons and flowers. We wanted her to have a pretty new set in time for the festival.
And I might have been finished in time for the festival if it weren't for your nettling.
Well, I only want Anemona to have the most adorable clothes in town. They must be spied after repairing the wreaths. Looks like it. We should probably leave them be.
I'm sorry, Krisha. Please come back anytime.
Is everything okay, Anemona?
Yes. I was just thinking about Melissa and Rodario's conversation. It reminded me of something.
Of something from your past?
Yes. A memory from many years ago. Of a time I spent with Rosvita. With Aprilis.
What do you think, Anemona? What do I think? You wish to know if that dress is defective? No, silly! It's a new outfit for you to wear. It took me a long time to make these. It's a present from me to you.
A present? Then shall I give you something in return?
You don't need to give me anything. I just want us to be friends, Anemona.
Papa has already instructed me to do so.
That's not what I mean.
Hey man, can you just stop sucking the fun out of it and take the goddamn dress?
How could you do that?
Your doll was getting old. I merely attempted to give her a new body. However, I did not expect her soul to reject it and disappear.
But you didn't have to throw her away!
What is the reason for this outburst?
You don't know anything! I've had Anemona since I was little. She was my only friend!
I can't believe my eyes. I thought you were gone forever, but here you are. I want so badly to take you with me, but you have your own life now.
Time to pull out my gun.
I can't risk losing you again. Goodbye, Anemona. Until next time.
She didn't take you because she was worried about you. It sounds like Aprilis was actually a pretty normal girl.
I'm kind of relieved to hear that.
Anemona, you're smiling.
Oh. So it seems dolls can smile too.
Anemona.
So what you were looking for was Aprilis all along?
Perhaps, but only in the beginning. Now I wish to find a way to end the Grimwald Nox forever. Aprilis has been fighting alone for so long. But now, I can do something to help her. I do not want for her to feel alone again.
We'll help you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Hadal.
So, what do you all think about this Zola guy?
From what I know about him, he sounds unpredictable. And his magnum opus is anybody's guess.
Yeah. I just hope that we'll find out soon.
Cool. I didn't even know if the voices were coming in well or not, because that's always something I've noticed. Every time I look back at these streams with the voice acting, it's always too goddamn quiet. It's like, fuck. Anyway. I think discussions like this reminds me that I shouldn't be ashamed to like Nintendo over a handful of bad choices the company made. Okay, people who point out, oh, but they've done this, but they've done that. Every single company has done bad choices. You know, Sony, how many times have they had data leaks? You know, Microsoft, they increased the price of Game Pass and they laid off a bunch of staff in studios despite promising the Federal Trade Commissions that they wouldn't. All companies have problems. They have bad sides. Like, none of them are clean. None of them are pure in any fucking way, you know? See, you can't really make the argument of, you should like this company because this. Well, your company did too, so, oh well, every company's fucking bad.
Let's take him out.
Here's a question that I've seen float around Twitter. What's a fictional ship you feel is false? Okay, Zach, are we talking about official ships or fan ships? Any ship. Okay. I mean, rivals to lovers ships. You know, when it's like, when people like ship together, is like, oh, I hate you too. But you know, in the space of DeviantArt, they're just like, oh, they're fucking, you know, that stuff. I hate those.
Like fucking what are their fucking names? What's her name? Rey from Star Wars and Kylo Ren. People have been shipping, trying to ship those two together, and it's like, why?
Let's keep this short.
I feel Sonato is a forced ship. I mean, I can see it. But, you know, I wouldn't say it's forced. I think that's just Yaoi being Yaoi. Also, it's very hard to argue, to make an argument that's a forced ship without coming off as homophobic. Even though you're not. Who's the characters whose affinities haven't increased proper yet? Prillis are fine. Maxim is at 1. Oh, so Maxim is the only one I want. I didn't know Xavier he stayed low as well. Okay. Well, in that case, I'm going this way anyway, so I'll head to the Dandelion, get, give Maxim the last gift, and you alright, kid? And upgrade the weapon. That was the other thing I was gonna do.
What was that for?
Because fuck you. Here on the internet, we now have to legally obligate with over-explaining everything so nobody gets mad. Yay. Yep. Welcome to the internet. Have a look around. I think Sonic and Amy is kind of a forced ship. Kind of. Like, Sonic clearly doesn't have any interest in her, but people just adamant that they're meant to be together.
Oh, this aroma is rather pleasant. Owls normally consume only live prey, but Arthur has a preference for smoked meats. Would you care to feed him at all? He came before being called. Interesting. Give Addo here some space, Arthur.
You hold out a piece of smoked meat. Arthur cheerfully gobbles it up.
Unbelievable.
Always a glutton as ever, aren't you? He's taken a liking to you, Addo. It's rare for him to be this friendly for someone other than myself.
How long have you had Arthur?
It's a long story, but I suppose I have time. Since before I could remember, I preferred solitude. As a boy, I was raised in the underground world by another black market dealer. He taught me skills I needed to survive in an unforgiving environment. Reconnaissance, subterfuge, maintaining a low profile, fighting. I understand now he was preparing me to be a successor as a Glean royal spy. It wasn't until much later that I learned of that other clandestine occupation of his. When I was 10, he left me in a forest teeming with monsters for a month, a rite of passage. In what I thought of my last moments, surrounded by starved beasts, Arthur found me. He protected me from saving my life. I didn't know that what owls ate at the time, and all I had was smoked meats. When I offered some to him, he picked at it with hesitation at first, but he grew to enjoy it. Ever since then, Arthur's always been at my side. We were both misfits, Arthur and I. I knew owls lived for many years, but we've been together for what feels like a lifetime already. Can't imagine life without Arthur.
Ah, I've never seen you laugh before.
What do you mean? I am a humor aficionado. I laugh all the time. I think Arthur is trying to say that he wants to help as well. I might not be with you for long, but in that time I will repay my debt. Let's continue this partnership until then.
Yay! Heart to heart!
Arthur's been tracking the Lemiris by detecting the traces of malice they emit. It's about time I give him a break. How about it, Addo? Care to join us?
Nice wind blowing today. It's been a while since Arthur got to fly as he pleased. My final mission is now complete.
You did well. I would have liked a better look at the seal.
Are all adventurers as odd as you? It doesn't feel right to celebrate on the eve of your upcoming battle. Still, it's good to have someone to share this with. All that remains is to repay what I owe to all of you. After that, I wouldn't mind going somewhere quiet, far away from here. Just me and Arthur.
Speaking of force, that was fucking quick. You make it sound like your life is over.
It is. At least the tiring part. I've accomplished enough missions to last a few lifetimes. I started when I was just a kid, and now I'm done with it for good. There's nothing left for me to do.
How about finding something new?
Then... something new. Come to think of it, I've never considered doing anything else. But you make a good point. The end of one thing marks the beginning to another. I envy your insight, the things you must have seen on your travels. But knowing the way you see the world, it reassures me that there's something out there waiting for me.
You tell Maxim that the world is vast. That there's something for everyone, him included.
Of course, so I'll have to wait until Balduke's future is safe. What do you think, Arthur? Where would you like to go after this is all over?
Sure, what he said. Your affinity of Maxim is now at max. Hey. Okay, you know what, actually? I got a proper answer for the whole Force ship, because I never understand why people are adamant on making this ship work. Tails and Rouge. I don't know why people keep shipping them together. It's fucking disturbing. And I wish they stop.
I'm ready and raring to go.
Oh, that's handy. 45,000! Jesus Christ!
Let me know if you need anything else.
Tino, you're fucking robbing me!
I'm ready and raring to go. Just leave it to me. Time to show off my skills.
3, 6, 9, 10, 11. I need 11 soul spars.
Let me know if you come back anytime.
I think this thing can be applied to every tail ship that isn't Cosmo Cream. Yeah, you're right. What was I... What was the other... Oh, what's the name of that bitch? Oh my god, what's the fucking name? Fiona Fox. Like, people were shipping those two together for some stupid reason. Never understood it. Never understood it.
Adel. Say the word and I'll make it. Just leave it to me. Just leave it to me. Just leave it to me. Time is... Oh, come back anytime.
Okay. Right. What's next? What's next? What's next? What's next on the side quest? Right, there's that. There's the Grimoire Dios, which is fine. That's it. Alright, let's take care of this. Detail map. Where are we going? We're going here. Were these full? Didn't Fiona treat Tails like shit later on, Archie? Apparently, yeah. I wouldn't know too much. I haven't, like, seen the Archie comics, but I do remember, like, it was basically an abusive relationship, for what people told me. Well, that's just Penda's style of writing, wasn't it? Oh, hunk. Love the flash move. It's such a good mechanic.
Let's go. Something's there.
Is it here? Oh no, the door. God, that's just disturbing, isn't it? Just, ugh, it's chilling. Just all these bodies just floating in stasis, even if they are like fake bodies. That's chilling to think about.
They never get any less creepy, no matter how many times we come.
Why? We were born in those things too, you know.
That doesn't really make it any better.
These homunculi are all the remaining products of Shadowlard's work. Each an identical clone of a human with exceptional strength, intellect, or status.
The request called for their disposal. Would destroying their container suffice? Hold on a sec. I get that these homunculi were created for war and all, but they're technically still alive, right? It's not so easy to just get rid of them.
Not to mention, we still don't know who the client is.
Like I care. What do you propose we do then?
What, you're asking me? It's not like I would know. What do you think, Adol?
It's one hell of a dilemma.
Is it really, though?
Sounds to me like you still can't bring yourself to accept the truth. But open your eyes and this whole dilemma becomes that much easier. Good to see you again, Monstrums. As for you, Adol, it's been a while. You're the guy from before. You could just call me Marius. I'm an acquaintance of Adol there. Well, no, actually, that thing I was referencing was a plot point Ian Flynn wrote during his first years with Archie, where Fiona throws Tails under the bus and joins Scourges. Oh, right, gotcha. But this shows how much I don't read the Archie comics. I see now. You're the one Adol was working with in the prison.
Then that means you're Parks' friend too.
What have you been up to?
All sorts of things, really. Sorry for not keeping in touch. You're an adventurer, Adol, Kristen. You of all people should understand. These homunculi were made from luminaries of all sorts, Glean and Roman alike. There's no telling what kind of evil they could be used for outside these walls. What are you trying to say? I'm saying that these are people of extraordinary talent and skill. Every one of them has potential to plunge this world into chaos. Besides, homunculi shouldn't even exist in the first place. So what's to be done with them in the end? Let me give you a hint. What did you do?
Oh god, that's disturbing.
It disappeared. Each of these containers comes with an emergency failsafe installed. One that, when activated, makes certain that its contents are properly discarded. Then the other containers.
You've already activated that failsafe crap for them too.
No, stop this! How could you?
What I'm doing is unforgivable. Believe me, I know that. But as someone who wishes for peace on this continent, I can't let this go on. There must have been another way.
But...
No, there isn't. If anyone else stumbled into this facility, nothing good would come from it. Desperate times call for desperate measures, right?
But he hardly even gave it a second thought. Just who is he exactly?
Now then, Monstrums.
Oh, okay.
What do you say we finish up my request?
What? But you already killed all of the homunculi.
There's just one more to go. This one.
You cannot mean...
Wait, so you're also a homunculus?
Yeah. Funny, isn't it? What was his name? Shadowlard? I don't know when he created me. It was probably when the real me came to this prison for an inspection. But it doesn't matter now. Would you oblige me at all?
I can't.
I thought you'd say that. That's why I brought someone else to convince you.
I wish to ask this of you as well, Adol.
Oh, that's where you've been.
Parks? What are you doing here?
I'm also a homunculi.
I recall Parks mentioning that he was friends with Marius.
Marcus Claudius Germanicus. That is the name of one of the most celebrated, revered people in the Roman Empire. Marius is, with all due respect, a homunculus of that man.
What?
It all makes sense now.
What makes sense?
Yeah, does it though?
What are you talking about?
Marius is a homunculus of the current Emperor of Rom.
What? He is?
But if you're his friend, then who are you, Parks?
I'm Shadowlord in disguise.
From you all. But my real name is Lindheim. I was formerly only a cardinal of the church, but now I am also Governor General of Glia.
But weren't you supposed to be missing?
Cardinal Lindheim.
I knew you weren't just some old man, but I can't say I saw this coming.
When I went to inspect the prison, I saw an inmate who looked just like His Majesty. I thought my eyes were deceiving me, so I investigated as an undercover prisoner. But I had no idea he was a homunculus.
It was my fault you went through all of that, Lindheim.
Nonsense. It was my choice. I couldn't turn a blind eye to His Majesty, even if you're not precisely the same person. I figured Adol needed to hear this to understand your reasoning.
I believe Shadowlard has some kind of control over me. After we escaped, I knocked Adol out and returned to the prison with him. In the same
It's quite funny, I don't like.
I think it prevents
She just took it like a bitch.
my own life. I may not be a real Imperial Knight, but it'd be nice to go out like one. That's why it needs to be you, Adol. You're the only one who can do this.
I never thought it'd come to this.
Yeah.
Sorry, my friend. This'll be the last time I take advantage of your kindness.
All right, Adol. Don't hold back.
Oh, we can fight, okay. Alright, let's say we're Never mind, I'll put the controller down then. Like Christ. Damn, Adol didn't hesitate going for that kill. How many lives has Adol taken? I need to double check that. Why is it hurt? I'm a homunculus, damn it!
Marius's body is glowing.
So this really is goodbye.
Yeah. It's been fun. Adol, can I say one more thing before I go? In your adventures, you save people's lives. You lead them. Give them courage. You discover the unknown. And little by little, your actions change the world. I'm sure, Adol, that you'll come to understand the meaning of this someday.
The meaning of what?
Well, look at me, giving advice on my deathbed. When you find the answer, tell it to the real me, would you? I'm sure that wisdom will help the world. Find the one who's behind this. You have to stop him. Thanks for being my friend, Adol. We had a good run.
Adol ain't a pacifist, that's the lesson we learned.
Adol.
Thank you, Adol.
He was a good friend.
I know. I'm positive he felt the same way. We're all depending on you to make his final request a reality.
He was one hell of a guy, but I guess I shouldn't be surprised.
The one who's behind this? He must have known about Zola.
So he was the Emperor's...
I had no idea that you were the Governor General, Parks. I hope we didn't do anything to offend you.
Oh, trust me, you're all going to jail after this.
Of course you didn't. And I'm the one who owes you an apology. Forgive me for keeping this a secret from all of you.
You don't have to.
I hope you will find the sincerity in my words, despite my prevarication. I'm very glad to have met you all, though I wish it were in different circumstances. With that, I should also be on my way.
Parks, you've helped us a lot too.
No.
Yeah, the dandelion never would have been possible without you. You're the one who started it, Governor General or not.
And I believe it would be in your best interest as Governor General to see this through.
It is handy having you around.
And maybe you could keep those nosy soldiers in check. Well, not that someone like Belger would pose much of a threat.
You are all very convincing. Very well. I shall remain at the Dandelion. Though I may return to my office occasionally to tend to my many long overdue affairs.
Happy to have you back.
Yes.
Yes, likewise. But are you sure about this? My allegiance lies with Rom.
I'm not Roman and I'm not cleared, so...
To us, you're still Parks, not the Governor General.
I understand. I shall be sure to remember that.
Taking that sword though. Adol! He just died! Still seeing fans saying cope medicine over Amy possibly not being in the third film. I've seen them do like analysis shit where it's like guys, look at that negative space like next to Sonic. That must mean Amy's there. And I fucking love people responding with like the Sonic Forces screenshot, if you guys remember that. Where it's like oh my god, guys! It's like because that was the thing back then of like you know, everyone was adamant that Adventure Sonic is going to be playable in Forces purely because of the negative space next to Modern Sonic in the original trailer. But we never like saw a revamped version of that because it was just, yeah, we had the OCs, but we never saw the Avatar run alongside Sonic and Classic Sonic, you know? I hate the whole sexist allegation people are throwing at the film as well. Well, because it's it's just nothing but a sausage fest. Heart to heart, Pox!
Hello there, Adol. May I borrow you for a moment? I'd be honored if you'd allow me to perform a little magic trick for you.
Now, Adol, is this your card? No? Then how about this one? Very well. Now, if you will just add the two numbers together.
After adding the two numbers, they come out to be the value of your card.
How did you do that?
You really are a curious fellow, aren't you? But unfortunately, a magician never reveals his secrets.
Anna pulls out a sword. AZ Parks, tell me!
To tell you the truth, I wanted to discuss one other thing. I wished to express my gratitude to you for allowing me to remain as Parks and for treating me as such. I found a great many things that I would never have found as the Cardinal. And most of all, I thank you for saving a friend of mine. If you'd allow me the sentiment, I consider you a friend as well.
Ew. What? I hope we can be friends for a long time.
Yes.
I wouldn't have it any other way. Balduke's future is still uncertain. I will secure the full capacity of the Roman army to ensure the safety of these citizens. As my friend, you have my full support, so you can focus on what you need to do.
Sweet.
Hello there.
Show the map.
Well now, it's not...
And the last elixir, just like that. We got full SP, baby! Oh yeah! Because Amy Rouge won't be in it, apparently that makes the film sexist, even though there's been female characters in the films. I don't think it's so much a sexism in that regard. I think it's more so like, because it's predominantly male-led. Like, Sonic 1, it was Max and Tom. And, like, Maddie was barely in the film. You know, Sonic 2, yeah, Maddie and... oh, whatever the fuck her sister was called. So forgettable, terrible character. Like, you know, they were in there as well, but, you know, they still barely did much when you factor in what the rest of the characters did. So it is probably the argument that's, like, male-led. And not really any lead female roles. That could just be me speculating, though.
Commencing extermination.
Right, I know I'm going to need to get the Nox 200 because I believe this is where the last thing is. I'm going to get out of the side quest right after I do this one, though. Hey, if I run into any more Lemiris, like, between then and there, then it's fine, but, you know, just up the stairs. I get that stuff, but I don't like how people are throwing the sexist allegation at the entire staff behind the movieverse. It's just the way the internet is, unfortunately. I mean, hell, I wouldn't be surprised if people would dare to argue that Human Plague is sexist because there's not many female lead roles, even though there's more, even though there's like more women in it, and the fact that the lead is a gay guy, but you know, who cares about LGBT representation? There's not enough women. I don't know. Sometimes I get where they're coming from. I can understand the arguments. Trust me, I do. But other times it's just borderline ridiculous. I basically just made the equivalent of 3 rights to make a left then. But I literally did 3 rights to make a left. Oh god. Hold on. Oh, blimey, that was a big one. Oh, fuck me. Oh, that caught me off guard. This place looks fancier every time I walk in. Guess it's not all that when you live in on a big-time doctor's salary, though. Well, Jules, let's go see what your mum has to say. Yeah. I'm back. Just a second. I'll be right down. Well, look at you, Jules. You brought all your little friends home with you. Come in. Oh, you have to forgive me for not tidying up. That's okay. Sorry for not telling you we were coming. Oh, your mom's just as sweet, isn't she? I'm jealous. Sweet? Is that what you call it? Oh, yes, I did spot someone in town who looked just like your father. But it didn't take long before I lost him in the crowd. I didn't want to disappoint you if it turned out I was mistaken, Jules. That's why I didn't mention it. I hope you can forgive me. There's nothing to be sorry about. That said, how did you know I saw someone who looked like your father in the first place? I figured I had nothing to lose asking the monsters for help, but... well... Oh, I get it. That's just how powerful our mother-son bond is, isn't it? Yeah, sure. More importantly, this man you saw was over in the Central District, right? Yes, that's right. I believe he was just on his way out of Boldu Cathedral. But there were so many people there that I ended up losing track of him. It'll probably go down as the biggest mistake of my life. Boo-hoo-hoo! I see. So there truly are people out there who cry boo-hoo-hoo. Anyway, if Dr. Noah really did leave from the cathedral... Right, all we have to do is ask if anyone saw him there. Let's go, Adel. Oh, and Jules, dear, if you do happen to run into your father, promise you won't force him to come back. What? Why? Because I trust him. Your father would never leave us without good reason. I may not know what or why exactly, but that much I can say for sure. There's no way you can know that. Oh, but I do. I'm a lot more perceptive than I look, you know. You should never underestimate a mother, especially not yours, young man. Can't tell your son's a fucking monstrum, though. Now promise me, Jules, alright? Ellipses. Get roasted, holy shit. There's a throbbing with crying. Boo hoo hoo. That reminds me of oh, you guys probably don't know this channel, but there's a channel that I support on Patreon. He goes by the name Volty. He does like well, did I don't think he does them anymore, unfortunately, but he did like Ace Attorney parodies. Like Sprite with Machinimas. And he basically redid his version of like the Maya Fey case from the first game. And it's like Red White wrote a threatening letter to Mia, and it's like as he's reading it out, it's like, "You will return those documents you have of me, or else I will kill you in cold blood. Mwahaha." It's like, wait, he really wrote mwahaha in his letter? Truly, we're dealing with a criminal mastermind. I love that shit. Oh, it was so fucking funny. My friend, my mate and I used to quote that all the fucking time. It was so good. I love shit like that.
Commencing extermination.
I think that was also a thing in Mario Brothers Z as well, like episode 8. Like Bowser leaves a letter to the Mario Bros. It's like ends with "Wahaha." It's like, you know, I've always wondered why people write "Wahaha." It seems uncouth. The blinding bangle.
Those Roman soldiers are hard at work.
Oh, went the wrong fucking way.
This is Bordeaux Cathedral of the Hieroglyph Church. Right, and the last place that Jules' father, Dr. Noah, was seen coming out of.
Ellipses. Oh, good to see you again.
Ah, Father Ralph!
Thank you for coming. And it seems you brought Credo. And just like that, I'm out of here. Let's move somewhere more private for our discussion, shall we? Yes, I know Dr. Noah well. He was the one we would call whenever worshippers fell ill. However, I regret that I don't know if he's come to the cathedral lately.
That's okay.
Sister Mel, would you happen to know anything?
I'm not sure if he's the same person you're looking for, but I recall seeing a rather strange man here just recently. Do you remember anything else about him by any chance? He came by asking to see some old medical records. The church keeps all of its records from the past, you see. I remember him because I thought it was such an unusual request. After I procured them for him, he perused them as if in a frenzy.
Yeah, sounds a lot like Dad.
And where did he go after that? That was another peculiar thing. He said he had some business at the ancient shrine outside town. I thought he seemed like a doctor, but maybe he was an archaeologist. An ancient shrine? Maybe the Norse shrine?
Yeah, most likely, and we've been there before.
Okay then, time to relive some fond memories.
Hey, Mum said that we didn't need to force him home, right? And our work's done, isn't it? We already know he's alive.
We're not going to force anyone to do anything.
But we're so close, you can't quit while you're ahead, Jules.
Huh? You two need to have a heart-to-heart. Was that one of your nails in the coffin?
Ellipses.
Mario Bros. Z before the controversy and drama. Yeah. Honestly, like I don't like to talk about YouTube drama that much. Not on my streams anyway, I stress. But the whole stuff with Alvin Earthworm is just. It's the fact that even after being back on Twitter 3 times, he's just he went back on his words. I remember even I called him out on that. Like he said, yeah, I'll come back on Twitter, I'll be full controversy free. Nothing of the sort will happen. Immediately he posted controversy and and this did happen, genuinely. I showed him his comment, his post of like, yeah, I'm gonna be controversial free, and he said, yeah, I lied. Like, dude, that's not like you promised us you wouldn't do that. Like, come on, man. It sucks. I mean, I'll probably watch episode 3 if and when it comes out, but I don't know. It'll be hard to do so, I think is the main thing to say. But I can't have the same excitement as what I did, especially when episode 2 was out.
Smirnov? Was his name Smirnov Noah?
He has had that good shit. Like, dude, the brownie's good. Oh, Noah's Dr. Noah isn't even on this. Weird.
Dad.
Jules, how did you know I was here? Is there something you all needed to speak with me about?
You explained that Pamela had been searching for him ever since she saw him in the city.
It's been a long time, so I know how difficult it is to see her. Either way, you know Mom's never going to stop looking for you.
Ah, so she did see me. I should have been more discreet.
You couldn't have worn a hood.
If you don't mind me asking, Dr. Noah, what are you doing here?
Ah, right. Do you see this plaque behind me?
You mean the gravestone?
Inscribed on it is a record of diseases throughout history. I came to see if I could find anything useful.
Oh, I see. You were looking for a way to cure Jules.
Cure for the common cold, actually.
What?
Am I really that transparent? Still, this might be a good opportunity for me to explain everything to you all. You deserve to know what happened. It was many years ago, long before I knew anything about homunculi. I came to learn of an institution that fostered war orphans. That was where I first met you, Jules.
I was a war orphan?
Well, you're a homunculus put in there, but
Phyllis
whatever.
entrusted the four of you to that orphanage. She couldn't take care of you on her own. It was her last resort.
That's understandable.
Indeed. It was in that orphanage where we met Jules. You should have seen how happy Pamela was. After all, she couldn't bear children of her own.
Mom couldn't have children?
Unfortunately not. But I know that she loved you more because of it. The years after we adopted you were the happiest of our lives. When you became ill, it devastated your mother. That's when I promised her that I would find a cure for you.
Dad.
One day, in my desperate search to find a treatment, a man approached me. That man was an alchemist named Zola.
Papa.
He told me who he was and asked for my help in his alchemy research. It was then he revealed to me that you, Jules, were a homunculus. I thought that if I helped him, I would eventually find a way to cure your disease.
I asked him, what the fuck, the whole thing, like, why a homunculus had a disease? And all Zola said was, low skill issue. I don't know what that means. What does that mean? So I'm looking into that too, but, you know, one step at a time.
I had no idea. But why did you have to leave us?
The hero you were created from suffered from the same disease as you. I surmised that the hero's body would lead me to more clues about the disease.
Why would you create a homunculus to have the same fucking disease? Wouldn't it be wise to have the homunculus without the disease? Zola, after hundreds of years you couldn't find a cure for a fucking disease?
However, Zola kept a firm grip on his research.
Do they even know what skill issue means? That's what I mean. Dr. No is trying to look into it. He's trying to find out what the hell it is.
As a condition for becoming his adjutant, I was forbidden from leaving the prison.
Dad,
It's not your fault, Jules. Being sick isn't ever anyone's fault. Believe me, my deepest regret is leaving you and your mother without saying goodbye.
Stuffy nose.
Jules, there's something you've been wanting to say, isn't there? You don't have to wait anymore.
Yufa.
Dad. To tell you the truth, there were many things I wanted to say to you when I saw you again. I wanted to tell you how much I despised you. How much I hated you. But now, how could I say any of those things?
Jules.
Thanks, Dad. For taking care of me. For being my dad. And for trying to find a cure for me. Thank you.
Jules.
As a doctor, it would be imprudent of me to be too optimistic. But I'm progressively coming to understand your disease. There's still a chance for a cure. I will do everything in my power to save you.
Dad.
Good thing you two finally hashed it out. Hey, by the way, what kind of research were you helping Zola with exactly?
I was looking for ways to extract memories from a person's soul. That research allowed me to create the primordials and monsters from Adol's memories. I imagine Zola plans on taking this research even further.
We looked into a lot of Adol's memories. Adol, Romeo. Pick a girl and settle down, for goodness sake. It's baffling that you've seen so many women and you've broken so many hearts. Buckle up, Krisha.
Even further.
But what about Shadowlord? I thought you two were working together.
You must mean how Shadowlord gathered those with desirable talents in the prison. That was Zola's plan all along. He was merely using Master Shadowlord. Zola was the one who truly needed them. In spite of that, he rarely shows himself in the prison nowadays. I'm afraid even I don't know what he planned on doing with them.
Whatever it was, I'm sure it wasn't anything good.
Zola is an unforgiving man, if his treatment of Shadowlord was any indication. But if you asked me if he were evil, I wouldn't be able to tell you.
I'd say
He
he's kind of
sincerely
evil.
believes his actions are just, regardless of the implications.
You mean he's a whack job, the kind you stay away from?
That may be true. I admit, I have my fair share of blame for your hardships, Monstrums. For that, I apologize.
You saved my life.
It was the least I could do to make it up to you. But I don't expect to be forgiven on that alone.
Dad.
I'll go see your mother soon, Jules. You have my word. My son is fighting his best even when sick. It's only right that I work just as hard. After it's all over, we'll go back to how it was. You, me, and your mother. Crimson King. No, Adol. Zola is profoundly fascinated with you. You have no reason to trust me, but I suggest that you be careful. Now then, it's nearly sunset. I'd better return to the prison. You'll have to excuse me.
Dad, you be careful too.
Yes, I will.
Oh, I thought he was going to teleport. I was going to ready the fucking soundboard.
Hey, good for you, Jules.
Yeah, thanks. I should thank you guys too.
I think Jules is the only one with a
for you,
Muppet mouth.
Jules. Your dad is a good person after all.
I believe there is much I can learn from him as well.
Yeah, he's alright. Can we go back to town now?
I see. So it wasn't your father I saw after all? Yeah, unfortunately not. I could have sworn I caught a glimpse of him face and all, but I must have been mistaken. I suppose it's time I finally threw in the towel on this. Ellipses. Oh no, don't be so glum, chums. I don't know how it all went, but of course, I imagine I can hazard a guess. Your father just isn't quite ready to see me again yet, is he? Mum. Thank you for hearing me, Jules. The same goes for the rest of you as well. It isn't much, but I'd like you to have this. We appreciate your kindness. Of course, sweetie, think nothing of it. Now, I suppose I ought to get back to cooking. See, I've been working on a special little festival day treat for everyone. I may stop by to deliver it later, so try not to spoil your appetite. We won't. Thanks again, Mrs. Noah. So why couldn't you tell her that you saw him? Ever since my dad said he'd come home someday, I've been keeping it from my mum. But I figured she'd figure out if we were hiding something from her anyway. Seems so. Call it a mother's intuition. I wonder if that means Dr. Noah might be able to come home sooner than he thought. With a wife that understanding, I bet she'd even be fine with all that alchemy stuff. I'm not so sure about that. Either way, whether or not he does is entirely up to him. It's when I take Mum's feelings into account that things get a little more complicated. Yeah, I know what you mean. In any event, now that we've reported back, shall we attend to our remaining matters?
We have accomplished our task.
Wow, that takes care of all the urgent requests we had. But Aprilia still hasn't gotten in touch with us. I do wonder what's going on with her, but waiting around would only waste time. Let's return to the dandelion for now and see if there's anything else we could do. Before we do that, I want to get this Nox up to 200. I don't know if there's any more side quests or not. I've been hearing this debate lately, and I'm curious how your stance on it. Do you think Sonic is a superhero? Yes. Well, yeah, obviously. Like, not in the official sense. Like, you know, if you want to be that technical guy and say that he's not going around as in like a superhero getup or not, but you know, he's saving lives like a superhero. He's saving the world like a superhero. Defeating a bad guy like a superhero. He follows most of the stereotypical traits of a superhero. He's just not disguising himself or having a persona. Yeah, I'd say he's a superhero. I mean, what else would he be? He's not exactly a vigilante. He's not like, you know, there's no law enforcement he's fighting against except for gun. And even then, that was only one game. Look at you, all confident Krisha, claiming that you won the next one already.
Those Roman soldiers are hard at work.
Hey, watch where you're going.
Come on. If we live in a world where both Batman and Iron Man are considered superheroes despite not having powers, I don't see why some are against the idea of Sonic being considered one. I mean, okay, right. If you're going in the argument of a superhero with powers, Sonic still has powers. I mean, like, his speed. Is the speed really from the shoes? Like, is the speed not his own? Because, you know, like, that's still his. It's like that is his power. And even then, like think of all the stuff he does in games. He boosts, he dashes along rings, he can homing attack. Like, he can absorb the power of the Chaos Emeralds. He has that power. Like, that's me for both ways of describing a superhero. Fair enough, but yeah, I totally say that he is a superhero. Because like, what else would he be, you know? Okay. We're good? Alright, just got bloody Windows problem saying that OBS disconnected for a moment there. Those are two of the same girl then. But yeah, super speed is very much like a superpower, so that would technically make Sonic a superhero by definition. If the Flash is a superhero, then so Sonic. Like,
Lemuri's detected.
Even if people argue that Sonic is not a superhero, he's definitely a hero. Like, all the stuff he's done them heroically. Like, he has done heroic things. So what is stopping him from being a superhero and not just a regular hero? Because he is a hero regardless if he's a superhero or not. But what stops him from being a superhero? I mean, you know, a fireman saves a cat. Firefighters like save like cats and people from like burning houses. They're heroes. You know, like what's like Sonic saves the world from an actual villain. What's stopping that from being factored as a superhero? I'm actually now curious if there's like a dictionary definition of superhero, like something we could actually work off.
They're here.
Okay, looks like knocks at 200 does nothing. Gotcha. Sonic is not a superhero, meanwhile Sonic Heroes with Sonic Heroes. Well, yeah, that's just hero, though. That's not superhero. I'm just going to be right back a moment. Need to use the facilities. There it is. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. Okay, where are we at? 144? Okay, keep going a bit longer. Actually, what time is it? 10 to 9. Where have you been, Adol, my darling? My heart nearly turned to dust waiting for you to come home to me. Maybe I dramatized it just a tad. Did something happen, Shantae? Yes! You see, there I was, looking over the bulletin board, as I always do. And there it was! A request from none other than our stout friend, Warden Belga. Belga? Can you believe it? I thought at first it was a joke in poor taste. But as it turns out, it really was from Belga. What did it say? According to him, there have been sightings of strange monsters on Estate Road. Tell him to do it himself. He's got grunts with swords, right? We're not pest control. Do not be so quick to dismiss it. There is something peculiar about this. Strange monsters. Perhaps the research wing has something to do with this. That's true. Maybe that's why he's asking for our help. Knowing him, he wouldn't have unless he was desperate. Might as well humor him. The Hieroglyph Knights are a bit curtailed at the moment, being on probation. Poor guy must be scrambling to keep up without them. There's been an influx of tourists here to see the festival, and they may have been endangered. We've also received a similar request from Carla for this reason. Anna, my darling, would you consider it?
Something has to be done.
I concur wholeheartedly. Nobody's more qualified to hunt monsters than you all. Hot! Oh, Addo, I was looking for you. May I discuss something with you? So, here's the thing. We don't know what's going to happen from here on out. That's why I want to reunite Mum and Dad while I still can. I have something in mind, but I'll need your help. Could you help me? Could you help me get my dad to come here?
I'm happy to help.
Don't look so pleased with yourself, but you'd be doing me a huge favor. After that, you and Jules left to find Smirnov once more. Without revealing the details, without revealing the surprise, you invited him to the Dandelion.
Oh, would you get a load of this spread?
It all really does look amazing.
The presentation, the colors, it's all absolutely gorgeous. I've got a thing or two to learn.
I can't remember the last year I celebrated the Victory Day Festival. Thank you for the invitation, Adol.
It's the least I could do.
You didn't need to do this. I was only repaying a...
Please, Dr. Noah, you must try some.
Thank you. I think I will.
Smirnov enjoys the plate of food Shantae serves him.
Oh, this flavor. It tastes like...
I'm surprised you could tell right away. And now, the other guest of honor has arrived.
Sorry I took so long, Jules. I brought the rest of the food you asked for. Oh, my.
Pamela, is that you?
Smirnov? Oh, my dear Smirnov, it really is you!
I expect that to be the shit out of him.
Safe. It really was you I saw in town. You look a little tired, but I'm glad you seem well otherwise.
I'm sorry, Pamela. I know how worried you must have been after I left without saying anything.
Not at all, my dear. I knew you must have had a good reason. I'm guessing it's still not time for you to come home. Am I right?
Yes.
That's okay. You do what you need to do. I can wait a little longer. In return, eat as much as you can tonight so you get the nutrition you need.
Pamela.
Oh, I love happy endings.
By the way, did Jules' mother make all of this wonderful food by herself?
Jules had a hand in helping her cook. He certainly is a gentleman at heart.
It really is delicious. I'll have to brush up on my own cooking.
Look at Dad. He doesn't know what to do with himself. Serves him right. Thank you, Adol. Tonight was a success. Oh, that reminds me. I wanted to give you this.
Apple compote.
I made some extra while I was helping my mom, so I thought I'd give it to you as thanks.
Thanks, Jules. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah. This was before I became a Monstrum. But while I was visiting the city once, I overheard something that intrigued me. A rumor about an adventurer named Adol the Red who traveled the world. Ever since I first heard about him, it made me want to live my life to the fullest. That's why I wrote my nails in the coffin.
I had no idea.
Yeah, so thanks, Adol. I'm glad I had a chance to finally meet you.
After the party, Smirnov learned that Zola will be too preoccupied to search for him. At the mercy of an onslaught of police, Smirnoff conceded to extend his visit. I do like that. That like implication. Like Adol has done so much in his adventures. He has like influenced people to like live life to the fullest. I like that. Let me just check what else. Alright, just Belga's request, okay. Only 15,000, you cheapskate! Fucking hell, what are you paying us for? Might as well head over. See how much he's robbing us for. Fucking hell. I think Wade has now become the big of the Sonic movieverse. Yeah, that Flame's a disaster shit. Like, why wasn't anyone talking about that when the Knuckles show came out? Like, why are we now talking about it, like, a few months after? Mind you, why am I even asking? Is the internet. Something becomes a meme whenever the fuck we feel like. I don't know, but hey, it's more memes and that's good for me. Yeah, true.
Those Roman soldiers are hard at work.
The report indicated the presence of unusual beasts in the vicinity of the Estate Road. Right. We should try and stay attentive as we make our way down the path. Looks like they decided to save us the trouble.
Them? These guys are practically common pests around here.
And let's clean them out so we can find what we're really looking for. Oh, did I miss some ellipses? Oh, fuck. I'm assuming it was Credo.
Ellipses.
There you go. Done and dusted, as they say. Was it just me, or did those monsters seem a little more harried than usual? Now that you mention it, it did kind of feel like they were afraid of something.
Should...
Everything okay there, Credo?
Huh? Oh, yeah. Just almost got carried away for a sec there.
What? What do you mean?
We checking this road out or what? Pick up your hooves already.
What? Hey, Credo! More reasons for me developing a soft spot for Wade and hating Wanda much more. Oh, was Wanda fucking the name of the fucking Maddie's sister? Or are you talking about someone else entirely? Proceeding ahead will prevent you from being able to freely explore the city for some time. It is recommended that Adol be well equipped. Proceed. Wanda's Wade's sister. Oh, right. Oh, I never seen the Knuckles show, so... Those are... Lemires? How did they manage to get out here? It's just a hunch, but I have a feeling these are the unfamiliar beasts the warden meant. That is highly probable, yes. Works for me, let's send a pack in.
Ellipses.
Oh, this is actually smooth 60, holy shit! This is actual 60! Like, what the hell? 60 in the gameplay of East 9? On Switch? Oh, there it is, there's the frame dips. Whew! I was worried for a moment then. That takes care of that. Yeah, but still, why would the Lemires turn up at a place like this? Perhaps Rosvita may be able to tell us. Which reminds me, Aprilia still hasn't gone in touch yet, huh? Come again?
This ain't nearly enough.
Credo?
Kill me already.
What's with him? I am not certain. This is sudden even for him.
I said, kill me already! I dare you to try!
Adult, this is...
Here they come!
Another wave of Lamiris? Where'd they even come from? It is almost as if it was Credo who called them forth.
We can talk about that later.
Understood. This is hard to watch. Credo?
Huh? What's going on here? Did I do all this?
Indeed, you appear to be enjoying yourself quite a bit. What happened to you all of a sudden? Yeah, that was extreme, even for you.
Again, huh? It's like you already know, I've got a tendency to get a little worked up when I'm fighting. And for a while now, I've been having a hard time holding it all back. Just when I thought I was in perfect form today, too.
So you're saying this has happened to you before?
Not to this extent. I completely lost all sense of reason until just a bit ago. Guess I'm no different from the Lamiris once I get like that.
Credo.
Ellipses. Well, now's the perfect time as any. I'll be dipping out for good from here on.
What? Now hold on just a second. Dipping out for good? You can't even do that, can you?
I'll fight my share in the Nox, but for me, this chummy crew charade ends here. Besides, you saw how I was back then. We're all better off this way, right? All I wanted was to give that Zola guy a good wallop in the kisser already.
We could work this out.
Ha, don't kid yourself. Catch you later.
Wait! Can you believe him? Acting as if this is nothing. Actually, I think he's been ready for this ever since he realized what was happening. Knowing him, I'll bet he just chose to keep quiet about it this entire time. I know he did. That's the part that pisses me off the most. Credo's not exactly the best person, and he's incredibly scary too. But isn't there anything we could do to help him out at all? I don't know how though.
So his name is Hawk. Hawk is his Monstrum name, like the feral hawk. Like Adol's Crimson King, Krisha is White Cat, Kratos the Feral Hawk, Jules is the Renegade, Anemona is Doll, and Yufa is Raging Bull. It changed their Monstrum names when they were in Monstrum form for some reason.
I see. Me neither. At the very least, we have managed to successfully fulfill the woman's request. Perhaps you should return to Boljuk for the time being. You're right. There's not much we can do for now, even if we wanted to. Let's go back to town. We can figure out what to do from there.
Credo left the party. Don't get used to being Credo-less though, because he... Spoiler warning, he's coming back in a minute.
Adol. Rosvita. Where the heck have you been all this time? The Victory Day Festival's about to begin. My apologies. It turns out I have more to address than I originally expected. I can see you've taken care of the Lamiris that escaped me just now. It was almost as though something had been luring them outside of town. Wait, you were chasing those Lamiris from earlier, Aprilis? We did end up defeating them, but Credo, he... Did something befall him? Out on the others tell Aprilis the whole story of what happened with Credo. I see, so that's how it went. What do you think we should do? In all technicality, nothing. He will be summoned to the Grimworld nonetheless. That's true, but still... This impending Grimworld will be as formidable as I anticipated. The fact that the Lamiris are appearing in our plane of existence attests to that. Our time is running short. Credo must compose himself sooner rather than later. How much do you know about Credo, Rosvita? Given he was originally a comrade of mine, I'm fully aware of the kind of man he is. Allow me to tell you what little advice I can give. You, Adol, are the key to resolving this. What should I do? I will explain, bit by bit. Now then, follow me. Wait, where exactly are we going? To tame a feral hawk, of course. You think you're being clever? You're not clever, Aprilis. Thanks for stopping by! I wanted to make another stop. The whole damn town's packed thanks to the festival. You there. You appear to be quite skilled. Perhaps you could honor us with a match? Don't make me laugh. I thought I told you, I'm out of the group. Besides, I can't fight you even if I wanted to thanks to this horseshit curse. He's right about that. He was, up until recently. Addo is, in a sense, no longer the same Crimson King he once was. That, coupled with the power of the Berserker, is enough to lift that particular restriction. Berserker? Simply put, it is now possible for the two of you to cross swords. You said that Credo's face, immediately popping a boner. You don't say. Well, now you're talking. But do not misunderstand. Losing yourself to the depths of the darkness is in no way a victory. You must awaken to your truest self, Credo, to who it is you really are. Don't know what you're saying, but as long as I get a bout with His Majesty, I don't really care. And a bout you shall receive. I prepared a venue. Follow me. I don't think I've ever seen the Colosseum so vacant before. Yeah, though it won't be for too long. The Penitent Company had this time slot blocked out for us in particular. Carla did all that? Well, actually, it was my father who helped us out this time round. Wow, talk about family connections. Everyone, they are starting. The both of you are prepared, I trust. I, Aprilis, shall bear witness to the battle. I won't hold back.
Yeah.
With your tears, maybe. Let's see His Majesty people please his way out of this one.
Enough. Stand ready. That power, he intends to begin with it. I can only imagine how long he's been waiting for this. Are they going to be alright, you think? It's going to be hard to just stand here and watch them duke it out. It is not in our place to interfere. We must leave this matter to Adol.
I'm sure I don't need to tell you this, but I ain't showing you a lick of mercy.
Ellipses.
Begin! We gotta do this! One-on-one against Credo! And he is as strong as he is because, holy shit, he's level 72.
Come on, you two. Give it your best shot.
Sorry, Kratos! No hold it back! Oh, thanks to you leveling him up.
Blockhead's satisfied after this. I still do not understand why it is they are fighting.
Admittedly, this is actually one of the best fights of the game, genuinely. Like, I do wish the East games did more of this.
With the next stroke, this will finally be done.
Like, he's even doing finishing moves as well. Like, that is... Let me guess, human fights are better than monster fights? Yeah, they are! What's wrong with that? Oh wait, I made this argument before, haven't I?
You're as good as I hoped. Nothing beats this feeling. You don't think we're finished, do ya?
I'm ending this here.
Yeah, with your face in the dirt.
They're still at it. They can't even hold their Monstrum forms anymore.
Those two never cease to amaze.
This reminds me of how Kratos was when he first fought Shadoweye. No, I think he's even more determined now. Oh!
What is it, Krisha?
Is it just me? Or is Kratos' darkness starting to fade?
Huh, maybe it's because he's not in his Monstrum form anymore.
Damn it.
I'm sorry, that damn it just sounded exactly like Shadow from Shadow the Hedgehog, like when Shadow gets hit. Like, damn it. The East equivalent to Goku fighting Vegeta.
How about it? Are you done yet?
Like hell I am. You've got to be kidding me. I can't lift a finger.
That is the consequence of succumbing to the darkness without knowing how to control it. But it's impressive you've lasted this long while carrying it inside you. I suppose you have Shadowlord to thank for that.
Huh? What are you on about?
For a long time, your only goal was to defeat Shadowlord. Your determination offset the negativity of your darkness, helping you maintain a balance. When Shadowlord was killed, your goal was no more, and your determination faded. That's when the darkness regained its control over you.
Did Shadowlord know?
What? There's no way in hell.
You are a homunculus of a warrior known as a berserker. Their strength and darkness were two sides of the same coin. Does this sound familiar?
Since I was a kid, I was good at just about everything without putting in much effort. For a long time, I didn't get how people could be dedicated to anything. But that all changed the first time I got myself into a sword fight. The fear and thrill I felt as I eluded death with every swing of my sword. And then the ensuing euphoria after surviving the life-threatening ordeal. For the first time, I felt alive. I had finally found meaning in my life. Not long after that, I watched Sister Lisa die right there in front of me. After that, things changed. I started challenging strangers, anybody who could put up a fight. I could only feel alive when I was staring death in the face.
Contrary to what you believe, you're not a fighter, Kratos.
Could have fooled me with these skills.
What'd you say?
Being good at everything made you feel like nothing was worth dedicating yourself to. But then you finally found something. Something you couldn't pick up right away. For the first time, you felt the desire to improve yourself.
A desire to improve, huh?
The satisfaction you feel stems from overcoming your weaknesses. This instinct is the very darkness inside you, and the source of a berserker's power. There's a thin line between conquering the darkness and being conquered by it.
You're not making any sense.
At this very moment, as you lie there helpless on the ground, what do you feel?
Pain. Nothing but pain.
Pissed off at how I didn't stand a chance against him.
If you were truly angry, would you be smiling?
The smile's not by choice.
Smiling?
Perhaps you feel like you found what you were looking for. You might even feel gratitude toward your opponent.
Huh?
You must have felt the same way after you lost to Shadowlard.
I was grateful to him.
Warriors like you need a fair fight where they can realize their fullest potential. As long as you understand this, you will never be swallowed by your darkness again. Things are often
Darkness,
simpler
darkness,
than they
darkness,
seem.
darkness, darkness.
You need only to change your perspective. Dr. Noah told me something. He said that Shadowlard and Sister Lisa were childhood friends.
What?
It's possible Sister Lisa asked him to watch over you. I am as much to blame for placing
Shout
you
out to
in that
Kingdom
orphanage
Hearts.
to begin with. I'm sorry, Credo, for everything.
That's a whole lot of jabbering just to embarrass me. For someone they call a saint, you sure are a pain in the ass.
Well, he's still smiling, so joke's on you, bitch.
You win, alright? I guess I can stick with you guys a little longer.
Good. Welcome back. I have you to thank, Adol. Now, we can face the Grimwald Nox as a complete team.
It appears all is well now.
Ugh, you guys really had me worried.
Hey, how's it feel to be dragged home by Mommy after running away?
I will kick your ass.
Closer and say that again.
I'm just happy that Kratos back.
I'm just imagining, like, Jules turning into his human form and wheeling himself over in the wheelchair. How does it feel? It's like, you son of a bitch.
Yes, I think we all are. I need to speak with you all about what's to come. Let's continue this discussion at the Dandelion. Adol, would you please carry Credo?
Not in a million years.
What's the matter? Big boy Quato can't walk on his own?
Lend me your chair.
You little shit. Enjoy it while you still can.
The moment you're cured of your disease and you're walking, I'm kicking your ass. I think I tried sharing this idea a little while ago, but I think I might know a good approach to my channel now. I think I did discuss it before. And, you know, good on you. I hope it goes
Why
well.
does it have to be the Victory Day festival of all days?
It's the day when the monsters are most active as a result of their amassed enmity. Monsters are more vicious today than any other time in the year. It's a testament to how deep the scars left by the 100 Years' War really are.
100-year war with a 500-year-old curse, huh?
And now they're overflowing into our side.
Civilians will be out celebrating. We'd best exercise caution.
Yes. Tonight the Grimwald Nox will appear. And it will be like none other you've faced thus far.
How will tonight be different from the other times?
If it were just more monsters, it may not pose a great threat for you Monstrums. But the truth of the matter is, we don't know what'll happen until the time comes. I searched as much as I could, but I can't be certain of anything.
So, we're going in blind.
The Grimwald Nox is nothing more than a shell that the gods created. What resides within it is determined by the emotions it has accumulated.
Like the kid said, we're going into a wolf's den dressed like sheep. Well, I suppose it wouldn't be much fun if we knew exactly what to expect.
Did you find anything about where Zola is?
Fucking hell,
You mentioned that we might not have to fight him after all.
Yeah, nobody's heard from him.
I doubt that coward would have shown his face anyway.
Even I do not fully comprehend Papa. He does not see the world as we do. As his prior actions suggest, there is nothing he will not do to complete his research. I am not the best judge of character, but I advise against thinking of him as an ally.
He was a remarkably adept strategist during the war and was always true to his ideals. We had more than our share of arguments because of that. We should expect that he will intervene.
He seems pretty quick to turn a blade against his allies from the 100 Years' War. Not that I wouldn't do the same to him.
Oh, he hated all of you, like burning passion.
Now, we're just gonna sit on our hands until the Grimwald knocks.
But there's still the danger of monsters appearing in the city. It couldn't hurt to go look around.
Yufa's right. Either way, we'll all come back here when it's time.
Be vigilant in areas where enmity may have accumulated the most, especially places that have ties to the 100 Years' War.
We'll keep our eyes peeled.
So the plan is to patrol the city until the Grimwald Nox emerges.
The clock's ticking. Be careful out there, Adel. Now might be a good time to polish up your equipment and top off your supplies.
And do come home safe and sound, okay, my darlings? I'll have a glorious feast ready for you once you return.
And we have more quests. And Heart of Hearts! Oh, we have many Heart of Hearts! Got one with Margot. We got one with Credo. Credo's gonna have a Heart of Heart, you bet he is. Gonna have one with... Not here. Got one with... Adamona! They've all got Heart of Hearts. And what side quests have we got? The Errant Knights with Lucian. Life by the Sword of Xavier. And of course, Aprilis has a job for us. Had this idea primarily because I've noticed a lot of my shortest reviews on Letterboxd tend to be on the films where I agree with the general consensus. Meanwhile, my longest reviews are the ones where I go against the norm. I'm trying to get it sorted, dude. I look forward to seeing how it goes, but let's call it a stream. So this has been East 9 Monstrum Nox on the Nintendo Switch. If you guys like what you see and you want to see more, be sure to let me know down below. Next time we come back to this, we got a lot of Heart to Hearts to do, and we got some side quests. Oh, of course, Yufa's got a Heart to Heart as well. So if you want to help support the channel, completely optional. Links to PayPal and thrown down below. Just thank you for looking in the first place. Check out Honest Bonds and Shadows, links down below as well. My newest book, Honest Bonds, The Human Plague, is now available on Amazon in all formats and Kindle Unlimited. As well, all the artists that have been responsible for the wonderful art you see on stream are in the description as well. And yeah, that's all I got to say, really. Other subscribe. See you later. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Sergeant Major Mario saying, ciao.